What's good, YouTube? And welcome to the house. What goes up in the metagame must eventually come down in price, and Fiendsmiths are no exception, but they are dropping like crazy right now for two different reasons. Check out this graph real quick though. This is the 1 month, and you can see here, $28 all the way down to $11. But if we go 3 months, look, it was $6. It wasn't on the ban list. Ban list fears are gone, and it spiked all the way to 28 before this really big drop down to 11. That's like almost a third of the price it was at. And you know who else has a similar graph? It's Fiendsmith Engraver. Banlist fears, oh no, it's $50. Oh, it could be getting banned, and then it doesn't, and the deck's still really good. The hits weren't enough. Back up to 110, and now, oh, it could be on the ban list. It could be getting reprinted, and here we go. It is down towards 65 to 66, a 30% plus drop here as well. Now, I think with this, the reprint fears are a lot more reasonable than the ban list fears. Konami loves cashing in on stuff like this. It would be going against the grain to really hit it enough to make it unviable before the WCQ without them cashing in on us, the TCG. The OCG has a better track record of really taking care of things, but the TCG loves to make this the star of a product. And so I, again, go more with the reprint fear of Stampede rushing things faster. We already know Fulos is there. What are they going to fill the value with? I could see them doing something, especially since they can go with cards that already have a QCR and stuff like that. So I do think that if you got your invite, I don't blame you for having sold off early, but with how low things have gotten at this point, it's kind of like a wait and see, maybe hope for banlist hype before Stampede hype, but we are rushing towards that set and reveals. So again, there's no telling the future, and you gotta make your own choices. Triple Tactics talent, though, is going up on every single version. People are going heavy on the staples of the format. This is now $11 lowest. You can see the Ultra Rare out of Rarity Collection is gone. $12 here, and I think the Supers are like towards 11-ish, and that's the low end. The high end has buyouts here going wild. We have got the Pharaoh Rare going. We've got the Starlight. The quarter century secret rare is absolutely buck wild at like 120, lowest sold out at 80 with sales at 90. So people are grabbing this card en masse, and I told you to get it a while ago, but then again, you never know where another reprint might pop up. Rarity Collection seems to take it off the table for a little bit, but yeah, the Blue Eye structure did such a good job with its staples. Speaking of, I just wanted to show off something pretty cool with this, besides the crazy price for the quarter century secret rares, as there's a lot more rumors going around on how short these QCRs are. Check out this quality control. So people are getting their hands on the structure early, and look, all the tops are missing. Uncrusted Blue Eyes cards. But seriously, this is awesome. It didn't affect the holos. Those are printed on extra sheets, and people were asking, could these be played or not? It's up to the head judge to decide, but as long as you cannot tell where it is in a deck, most judges will be okay, but always ask the head judge. Now, if the back is miscut as well, you need to have non-transparent sleeves. Some white sleeves are semi-transparent, and you could tell where these cards would be versus other, making them identifiable in the deck, and thus you would get game losses and DQs. You want to make sure that the judge would be okay with your sleeve combo, and if it's miscut on the back, that lining up as well. Some judges will be like, if it's identifiable at all, I don't want that around, while others would be like, yeah, that's cool, yeah, as long as you can't tell where it is in the deck. So be aware of that. Speaking of the Blue Eyes buyouts, Sutff Dragon continues to just go insane in price. I remember when we first covered these buyouts, it was in the low 20. Now it's almost to the 30s on both versions without a reprint really in sight right now. Maybe just ask a friend like Trident Dragon. Evil Hero Dusted Gold, the OG one, is disappearing and now is lowest in the 60s and has sales up there. I'm getting flashbacks to when this was first released, and it was just insanely low printed. It's so disgusting. I try to keep calm about it, but it's so disgusting how this card has been shorted multiple times, And it's just wild to me. But yeah, with the evil hero support here and people wanting to play it, this seems a bit much for me, and I do hope that reveals, might have it in there. Check this out. At the YCS live stream this weekend, they will be revealing a whole bunch of cards, and he pulled out a pretty fat stack and waved a bunch of them. So be aware, they plan at the YCS to start reveals, which is why Reprint fears might be kicking a bit into overdrive. I would assume they would have one huge one within the meta pool for the YCS reveals, right? Gold Sark is going up for Malice. The quarter century secret rare has been consistently up, and now the Pharaoh rare secret, which is the US version, has been bought out on TCG Player and spiked up in price pretty readily. I think this is one of the few ones where the Ultra Pharaoh Rare just fits so much better, reminds me of the prize card, and it really goes gold on gold, but it's hard to get over here on the American market for reasonable prices, and now the Secret Rare one is also hard to get. And with us talking about Stampede coming out, I did say people would be reaching back and looking through and going at quarter century secret rares. Crystal B Sapphire Pegasus has gone ahead of time and is on buyout mode and is towards $18 at this point. So you want to be looking through Rarity 2, Bonanza, Rarity 1, and thinking, do I want this card at this point? Could it go up depending on what's reprinted or printed and made quarter century secret rare for other people's collections? You want to be proactive on at least that train of thought. A Cheat Jihad Ignister secret rare has doubled in price. That support is on the horizon in Alliance Insight, and yeah, highlighted here from new Ad Ignister cards leads the set, and people have been talking about this deck on Twitter today, but check this out, towards $11 lowest on the secret, and other Ad Ignister cards are slowly going down in quantity, so you might want to check those out. Malice Q Hearts Collector Rare is up, while the Starlight Rare is down. This is super interesting to me when the mid-max starts flourishing despite people stepping away from max rarity. Could it be that initial rush, gotta have this deck fully blinged out, and people starting to back off because they already have it? Like, plenty of these listings just under 100 on the quarter century secret rare, but the collector rare, the mid-max, started at 20 and has consistently gone up and is now in the 30s. That's a 33% increase. I find it extremely interesting when stuff like that happens. Let me know your thoughts as well, especially with how shaky people are on collector rares, but that might go away depending on how Konami continues collections. After stuff like Stampede doesn't have quarter century secret rares, what are they going to be releasing, and how will it be a Starlight collection? What will they do? Exo Sisters had a couple spikes. This is just noting that with the reveals of the tryout structured decks in Japan, new support usually gets announced eventually. PAX Quarter Century Secret Rare continued to go. Magnifica is still up a bit, and there's even a little movement on the Starlight Rare. It's like a $4 burst, but it's more sales than there's been in a long time. You can see plenty of them sold around 42, and now it's like 46 lowest over here. So people really spent a good amount of money in different places on the Exo Sisters based off of support win in a year. It doesn't stop people, right? Lady Labyrinth of Silver Castle is going up on the Starlight Rare. So again, more attention going to Starlights and max rarity in other places. And it's been a continued trend that we're seeing, like Starlight Triple Tactics also went up along with the QCR. People are paying attention to Starlights again. It's been a while, I feel. But 120 over on her Starlight. And finally, Mystical Space Typhoon is going for a ton of different versions. The ulti's only up a couple dollars, which is highest rarity, but people are really starting to like sleep on those kind of ultis out of OTS packs, etc. It feels like here we see that the lowest near mint ghost are now towards 28 after they sold out around 17, which is under 20, a pretty good price on this card, I feel. But the quarter century secret rare also went on buyout mode $28+, only one page, and the actual sales were all the way up to that for one, but most of them went at 15 towards 20. And then finally, the first edition also has really disappeared. It wasn't hard to make this appear for people. It's at $200, and we can see here, sorry, my allergies are acting up a little, but we can see that the first edition near mints, like, were at half of that at 95. Sub 100, first edition near mint, MRL, Space Typhoon, I would understand why people would buy that. That's under the ultimate rare, and I would honestly prefer that OG feel. Now, finally, we got to all the cards. I just wanted to shout out that Pen Club has their New York Comic-Con pins up, and Slifer, Obelisk, and Raw look so good, especially Slifer. These are limited quantities as stated by them. It's their leftovers from Comic-Con, so once they're gone according to them. So, this is super cool. I ordered my own. I just think it looks super neat. That's Pen Club. It's officially licensed merch. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy the conversations. And this wasn't it is licensed. It wasn't sponsored at all. I just always love sharing things that I find unique and awesome about Yu-Gi-Oh!